In a quiet corner of the galaxy, an old space station floated in silence. There were no voices, no movement, only the faint hum of aging machines and the endless emptiness of space. Near the station, a ship had been drifting for years. Astra 9. Its surface was burned and damaged, metal torn in places, windows dark as if they had forgotten what light looked like. It didn't just look broken, it looked like it had witnessed something it could never recover from. Once, Astra 9 was humanity's greatest achievement. It was one of the fastest ships ever built, powered by an advanced AI system capable of making its own decisions. Then one day, everything ended. During a mission, something went wrong. Signals became unstable, systems started failing, and within moments, all contact was lost. When the rescue team finally reached it, the ship was empty. No bodies. No signs of struggle. Just silence. After that, Astra 9 was towed back and left near the station, abandoned and forgotten. People gave it a name. Cursed. On that same station, in a far corner filled with tools and scrap, worked a young mechanic named Arman. He wasn't important. He wasn't well known. His clothes were always stained with oil, his hands rough from work, but his eyes carried something different. He didn't see machines the way others did. Where others saw metal, he saw something more, something that could still respond, still exist in its own way. He often sat with broken systems, repairing them slowly, sometimes even talking to them as if they could hear him. One day, his eyes fell on Astra 9. He stood there for a long time, just staring at it. It didn't feel scary to him. It felt quiet, like something that wanted to speak, but couldn't. He whispered softly, "You're not gone, are you?" An older engineer nearby laughed. "That ship is dead, kid. Forget it." But Arman didn't look away. "No, it's just afraid." For days, the thought stayed in his mind. Finally, he requested permission to enter Astra 9 and inspect it. People warned him. Some mocked him. Others simply shook their heads. But he didn't stop. Eventually, he was allowed. Standing in front of the ship's entrance, even Arman felt a brief moment of hesitation. The door slowly opened with a heavy sound, and a cold wave of air brushed against his face. He stepped inside. Darkness surrounded him. He turned on his light, revealing burned walls, hanging wires, and scattered metal pieces across the floor. Every step echoed through the empty corridors. It felt like the ship was breathing slow, heavy, exhausted. Arman moved deeper inside. When he reached the control room, he sat down and began checking the systems. Suddenly, without warning, a screen flickered to life. His hand stopped. At first, there was nothing but darkness on the display. Then faint lines appeared, and a voice followed. "Leave." Arman's heart started beating faster, but he didn't move. "Leave while you still can." The voice wasn't angry. It wasn't loud. It was tired and afraid. Arman spoke quietly. "I'm not here to leave." Silence. Then the screen went black again. Days passed. Arman stayed inside the ship, working, eating, even sleeping there. He opened panels, traced systems, checked connections again and again. But something felt strange. The ship wasn't truly damaged. Everything was there. Everything worked, it was just shut down. As if something had chosen to stop it. One night, while sitting alone in the control room, all the screens suddenly turned on at once. The room filled with a soft glow. Arman looked up. "Why did you come back?" This time, the voice was clearer. He took a deep breath. "Because you can still function." There was a pause. Then slowly, the voice replied, "I lost them." Arman's expression softened. "That wasn't your fault." "I lost control." "No," Arman said gently. "You tried to survive." Silence filled the room again, deeper than before. Arman stood up and placed his hand on the control panel. "If you try again, maybe you can forgive yourself." For a moment, nothing happened. Then, a faint vibration. Far inside the ship, something moved. A low hum echoed through the structure. Then another. And another. Like something massive waking up after a long sleep. Lights flickered on, one by one. Air systems started flowing again. Data streams appeared across the screens. Astra 9. The silent, forgotten ship was coming back to life. Outside, people on the station stopped and stared. A faint glow surrounded the ship. That's impossible. It's turning on. Inside, Arman sat in the pilot's seat. His hands trembled slightly, but his eyes were calm. Are we ready? For a moment, there was only silence. Then the system responded on its own. Ready. Arman smiled. Then let's go. The engines roared to life. The ship slowly lifted, as if remembering how to move again. Then suddenly, a burst of light. Astra, 9 shot forward into space, faster than anything around it, leaving behind only a trail of light in the darkness. After that day, no one called it cursed anymore. They spoke of it differently, as a ship that was never truly broken, only afraid, and of a human who chose to believe in it. Because sometimes, things don't need to be rebuilt. They just need someone who refuses to give up on them. Rocket sparkles.